Hello, I am so excited to welcome you all here to Easterseals Washington, and this program in particular, which is Gateway Adult Services in Bremerton. And today is so cool. Today is a celebration. Today we celebrate vision, we celebrate inclusion, we celebrate teamwork, and we celebrate achievement. And it's just a wonderful day for Easterseals Washington, and it's a great day for people with disabilities in our community. I want to talk a lot about Comcast. Comcast has been a mission-aligned partner with us for so many years. They have helped us bring different programs and services to underserved populations. They have been creative and understanding about how nonprofits run and flexible. And it's just truly, this is truly a coming together of Comcast and Easterseals and so many partners to launch the Comcast Lift Zone Technology Lab. And that's where we're standing today. So it's a wonderful time. I want everyone to know that this lab will immediately make a huge difference for the people we serve. So Gateway Adult Services serves adults with disabilities, and those disabilities can be developmental, they could be physical, and we're starting to serve a lot more people who have disabilities due to the aging process. And what we provide here is vital. The participants come in and they have a safe place to be. They receive health care on a regular basis. They have exercise classes, which once in a while I participate in, and nutrition, and they have friends and social activities. And it's really a vital service that we provide. But now we have a chance to do more. We have a chance to provide challenge and opportunity through technology. And that's what the Lift Zone will do for our folks. It will really help people reach their full potential. Easterseals Washington has been around for almost 75 years. And we have so many programs throughout the state that help children and adults with disabilities. And we serve people who don't have disabilities because many of our programs are in an inclusive setting, which is very important to me. And so I want to talk a bit about each of those offerings. Our child development centers, we have 3 of them, and they are doing early childhood education. They're doing child care. We have a Head Start program and an ECAP program. We even have one of those programs is located in Yakima. So we're trying to be statewide. We're trying to reach underserved populations. Our camp is so fun. It's 17 acres of purpose-built facility. It's called Camp Stand By Me. And the program allows children and adults. I know you think about camp, you think kids, but we serve adults at our camp as well, because everyone needs a break. Everyone needs to get out into nature. And so for either a week or a weekend, people come out there and they become campers, and they get to go canoeing, and they get to eat s'mores, and they just have a wonderful time out at camp, just in a really safe environment. And the flip side of that is there are families and caregivers who, for 24/7, they are caregivers. They get their first respite break. Many times it's the first break they've had in several years, and they get to recharge their batteries. And I'm really proud that we can do that for over 500 families each year. So we're here in Bremerton, and just down the road in Silverdale, we have 2 Easterseals programs. And one is our Olympic Peninsula Autism Center, OPAC. And OPAC serves children who are on the autism spectrum. And it's real therapy, and it's intensive, and it's evidence-based therapy that allows children who were struggling with communication, struggling with social skills. It allows them to gain those skills in a really therapeutic environment. And what happens is they are able to go back to school and be with their peers. They're able to have relationships with their family, sometimes for the first time. And the stories we hear from these families bring me to tears, because a lot of these families had lost hope. And through the work that we do at our Autism Center, they have hope again, and they're feeling like their child has a future. Pretty incredible. In that same building as the Autism Center is the Workforce Development program, and it's where I started with Easterseals Washington back in 1995. Been here a little while. And we work with people mostly with developmental disabilities, and we're helping them get a job. Sometimes it's the first job of their life. And I'll just tell a quick story. Is when I started, I was introduced to Bill, and my boss at the time said, "Kathy, this is Bill, and I just got Bill a job down the road at a pizza place, and Bill's going to be working, and so I want you to meet Bill." And I said, "Great." I said, "Hey, Bill, my name's Kathy. It's nice to meet you." And he started to shake my hand, and then he paused for a second, and Bill said, wait a minute. I have a job now. You can call me William." And that lives with me every day. That means that employment is a way for people to have status. He now felt better about himself. He had more self-esteem. He felt like he was contributing to the community for the first time in his life. And that, again, has stuck with me. And that's the kind of work we're doing through our workforce development program, is helping people get jobs, get access out into the community, make relationships, which are so vital. And we're also in the schools working with high school transition students. So our adult services programs are incredible. We have participants standing here. They come every day. They look forward to it. They know they're going to see familiar faces and new faces. They know they're going to have health care if they need it. They're going to get a nutritious meal. And they're going to just have friends and be able to be themselves and get away from their group home or their family, which we all take for granted. And they get time to do their thing. And that is so important. But I really have wanted to do more. I'm always looking at raising the bar. My staff is probably super tired of hearing me say, good enough just isn't good enough. And I always want to do better. I always want to find the true potential in our participants. So I think what we're going to see is we're going to see our participants, like the ones you see here today, they're going to come in and they're going to leave like every day when they leave happy and healthy. That will still be the case. But I'm also excited that maybe Rhonda will tell me, or Shelley will say, today was hard, Kathy. I tried a new task in the technology lab, and it was a struggle. And I got a little frustrated. But guess what? I'm going to tackle it again tomorrow. That's what I'm excited about. So I don't think I have to tell everyone here that the past 2 years has been a roller coaster. It's been really hard for everyone, and especially for nonprofits. And we have felt it here at Easterseals Washington. But when I say roller coaster, we've had our lows, and we've had some really amazing highs through this thing. When the pandemic situation first happened, it tried to shut us down. It gave us all that it had, but it really didn't stand a chance, because my employees are incredible, and they serve people. It's in their DNA. It's what we do, and we just found other ways to do it. And we did pivot to virtual, and we adopted safe practices, and we put some resources into making those programs work. And we kept a lifeline there for the people with disabilities that we serve. We also took advantage of the downtime a little bit. And the building we're standing in today, we lease from the Kitsap Unitarian Church. And they are wonderful, committed partners. But the building needed a facelift. And through resources that came from a transformative grant from McKinsey Scott at the end of 2020, we've been able to redo all of the flooring. We've been able to paint, put a fresh coat of paint on the walls, and then we had our partner at Comcast who's come in and built this incredible lab. So again, the pandemic had its lows, but it also had its highs, and now we're positioned to serve people more than ever. I want to call out some of the groups that have made today a reality. I want to talk about the Easterseals Washington Board of Directors, our 12 committed volunteers. They're really wonderful people. One of them is here today, and many are viewing us through live stream. And I'm really grateful to my board. The Unitarian Church, which allows us to have this space, and is a partner in so many ways. They're always looking at how we can be mission aligned. And Kitsap County Aging and Long-Term Care, I would be remiss to not mention them. They fund our participants to come here every day, and they keep an eye on our quality. So they're just an awesome partner as well. The vision of the Lift Zone Technology Lab included artwork. Comcast came to us and they said that they have, through their employee groups, they have done some really collaborative artwork pieces for different community partners. And we got excited about that. And so I contacted a local artist who I know through Rotary, Lisa Sturette, and she designed this really cool mural that you're going to hear so much more about, because after she did the design, Comcast took it from there. And we've got this beautiful mural right outside of this building now to commemorate teamwork and community. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So what came in, what had to happen to make this lab a reality? Comcast came to the table with a $75,000 grant for us, which is tremendous. And that allowed us to bring in more partners. So WATAP, the Washington Assistive Technology Act program, came in and designed the lab. They told us what equipment to buy, what kind of assistive technology would really be functional for the people we serve. They brought it in, they installed it, and they trained our team. So super grateful to WATAP. Comcast shared our vision and our passion, and they've provided the not only the money to buy the equipment and get the facility ready, but we've also had access to their teams and their marketing personnel. It was pretty much, what do you need, Kathy? We're there for you. We're mission aligned. We're going to make this happen. And I'm so grateful to Comcast. Well, that about wraps me up. We still have a lot more celebrating to do. So at this point, I would like to acknowledge that we have a special guest today. The City of Bremerton Mayor, Greg Wheeler, is here. And Greg, I'm so excited to have you here. And I just learned 2 cool things about you. I'm sure there are more. But I learned that you graduated from Central Kitsap High School.
I did.
Which is where my children went, and I live right down the road from there. And I think we are fellow Rotarians.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
it's very cool. Well, I'm excited for you guys to meet the mayor, and he's going to say a few words. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm an downtown Bremerton Rotarian. So I just came. You know, it's important your remarks about job creation and how that helps provide self-worth and how important that is for all of our self-esteems. We're all the same in that regard. I just came from a project in at the southern, near Mason County, actually it's in the city of Bremerton. I hope to create jobs, and a lot of jobs, and so it's important to me for all of us to have opportunity. I'm here to recognize and just acknowledge and support your partnership. Comcast, Easterseals, I think it's awesome. You know, you're going to bring digital literacy to folks and who need it, and believe me, we all need that. And I'm glad you're going to do this. You're going to provide life skill opportunities, coaching and teaching opportunities. You know, it's adaptive technologies, and it's so important for all of us to become skilled and proficient at that. It does create opportunities for employment, but generally just just independence. And so you can count on me and the City of Bremerton as a partner. And I'll always be supportive of these type of partnerships and efforts. And so thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is DM Lee. I'm the Director of Community Impact for Comcast Washington. I don't really have prepared remarks or anything that much more to add, except what Kathy and Mayor Wheeler had shared a little bit earlier. So I'll just kind of speak from the heart and give you a little bit more background about the journey with Easterseals and Comcast. So we've been partnering with Easterseals for almost 10 years. A lot of that has been around digital equity, right? That's what we have in common. Easterseals' core mission, in addition to everything that Kathy shared, is also about making sure that there are equal opportunities for people of all backgrounds and all abilities. And with digital equity, which is Comcast's flagship cause, it's the same. It's to ensure that there is technology access for everyone. And the 10-year relationship with Easterseals has really culminated in today. This is the space that we're in right now. This is the Lift Zone Lab that we are recording this conversation and gathering everyone here today for. This is the Lift Zone Lab at Easterseals in the Bremerton community in Kitsap County. And it's the culmination of a very long relationship where we have been able to provide assistive technology, adaptive technology for the Easterseals community. This has been a project that we've been working with Kathy and Jesse, Abelino, all these members of the Easterseals team for months. Every single decision was made together, and it was all to create really a community space for folks. It's surrounded by technology. There is fantastic opportunities for everyone that's a part of the Easterseals family, but ultimately this is about just creating a community space. It's called a Lift Zone Lab. It's really to create a really special place for folks in the Bremerton community. So we hope that you'll come and join and check it out for yourself. Kathy mentioned a little bit earlier, there is a mural that is called Underwater Encounters by the artist Lisa Stewart, and it was hand-painted. Although it was designed by Lisa Stewart, it was hand-painted by Comcast employees of the My Abilities Employee Resource Group. If you haven't heard of them before, we're not surprised, but the My Abilities Employee Resource Group essentially at Comcast is promoting an inclusive community as well as an inclusive workplace at Comcast. So it was a natural partnership to join with our My Abilities ERG here today and to create this beautiful mural. So I hope you come and check it out. It's huge, it's beautiful, it's colorful, and it brings a lot of spirit to this space. And with that, I will pass it back, I suppose, back to Kathy to help round out the conversation here today in our opening.
So we're going to move right into why we all came here today, and that is to launch this awesome technology lab and the virtual reality and everything else that it's going to offer. And we're going to do that by cutting a ribbon. So if we can get the crew to get the, handy dandy Kiwa. We had these giant scissors and we had the ribbon. And I think we're going to do it this way. You guys want to help cut the ribbon? So, who else cutting? I am. Okay.
Watch everyone's fingers.
Yep.
Okay. Virtual drum roll, maybe?
3, 2, 1.
Hey folks, Derek Kilmer here, representing Washington State's 6th Congressional District. I am excited to share a brief message about a new partnership in my district. Through life-changing services for people with disabilities and families and communities, Easterseals is expanding local access to healthcare, education, and employment all across our country. But recently, Comcast and Easterseals Washington joined forces. Comcast is providing free internet connectivity and a $75,000 investment in technology and training. And Easterseals Washington is expanding its Gateway Adult Services program in Bremerton with the new Lift Zone Lab digital community learning space. Comcast resources plus Easterseals' expertise in supporting people with disabilities will make technology accessible to many underserved residents in Kitsap County. I want to just applaud Easterseals Washington and Comcast for developing the new Lift Zone Lab digital community learning space, which will facilitate basic computer literacy training and the use of virtual reality applications to level the playing field as adults with disabilities strive to reach their goals of community inclusion and employment. 1 in 4 Americans has a disability, and people with disabilities are more likely to report a lack of confidence in their ability to use technology. That's exactly why the digital skills they will learn at this lab are so important to help them better access healthcare and education and employment opportunities. Comcast free Lift Zone Wi-Fi access coupled with the computer lab, will soon allow Easterseals Washington to expand its programming to welcome area residents to use its facility as a hotspot to access the internet. This is a huge step toward making Kitsap County a leader in inclusive practices. People with disabilities need more access to services, and disparities have only grown during this pandemic. So, it's encouraging to see this partnership in my district, and I'm so grateful for Easterseals and their leadership in making this happen.
And then click, if you can click in that yellow button. Again. Just what, nothing? Uh-oh. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it says it can.
Now, can you take the yellow arrow to that little envelope right there?